Hello everyone, a very good evening. Welcome to Oliveboard. This is the JIB Foundation batch for May 2025, and today we are going to cover the Unit 5 from our Module A of RBWM paper, which is Customer Requirements. We have already we are starting with Module B today, and we are going to start the Customer Requirements. So already we have completed the module A. All the videos are there on the YouTube. If you haven't yet seen them, make sure that you watch them because they're very important from the exam point of view. And they're going to give you a quick understanding of all the important topics and concepts. Now, when we talk about this chapter, the Unit 5 customer requirements, basically the objectives include what are the customers' requirements for the service quality, the products, the satisfaction level, what steps can be taken by the banks to increase the satisfaction level of the customers, right? We are also going to discuss a very important theory which was given by Abraham Maslow, the needs theory, and we are going to see how the retail banking segment can be improved by following certain steps, right? So now when we talk about the retail banking products, so they can be broadly classified into the retail liability products, the retail asset products, and other products and services. The retail liability products that we already know, basically the savings and the current deposit accounts. Then the retail credit products are loans such as the personal loans, auto loans, home loans, education, the credit card receivables, right? Other products and services are tagged to the products, right? Like with the accounts, with the deposit account, we are going to provide the credit cards and debit cards and ATM cards, then telephone banking, internet banking, distribution of third party products like insurance policies, mutual funds, sale of gold coins or gold bonds. So these are the various products that are provided under retail banking. Then, regarding the approval process for the retail banking, there are two methods. Either the applicant could themselves reach the approach or approach the bank for getting the retail products or the retail loans, or the selling team or any person could approach the prospective client. So, both ways. Either the client could themselves reach the bank and then tell the bank about the product that they need, or the bank can employ certain selling agents or officers who can approach the prospective client. So even the existing customers could be approached by the bank staff or agents for cross selling and upselling of the products, right? So whatever the method, the first step is the collection of application and the information. For this, the guidelines of KYC and anti-money laundering are to be followed. Then another step or next step is the due diligence, where the application is thoroughly verified. So verification of the KYC, the PAN number from IT website, the income documents including ITR, salary slips, credit report verification, house visit to verify or ensure the residential address, telephone verification. All of these should be done. Then if we talk about the quantum of loan, because these are retail loans and these are of personal nature, so it can either be related to the product or to the income of the individual. Normally the quantum is expressed 12 times the monthly income in the case of loans for the personal expenses, or in case of vehicles it is 4 times the annual income. If for housing, because housing loan is of a greater quantum than 48 to 60 times the monthly income, there's also the margin which may vary from 15% to 30% of the value of the asset, which again depends upon the loan, right? So these are the quantum of loan. Then the repayment period can again vary from 3 years to 30 years depending on the purpose. If it is a housing loan, then a longer period for repayment will be given. For personal expenses, it has to be repaid between 3 to 5 years. Auto loans 5 to 7 years. Housing from 5 to 30 years. All right, then the charges regarding the processing charge, documentation charge, mortgage, they can be levied by the banks, right? Then when we talk about the customer requirements, so the customers who are approaching the retail banking segment, they are varied. There are multiple customer segments, low income groups, high net worth individuals, affluent class. So accordingly, their requirements also differ. So the customers have different needs and requirements. Thus, customer segmentation is very important for retail banking to be successful. Here, a customer segmentation of the customers, which is based on their income, is given from income levels of rupees lakhs per annum, and the customer segment from 2 to 10 lakhs per annum. It is known as the mass market, where the products are created catering a large segment of the population. Then, where the income level is between 10 to 50 lakhs, it is mass affluent, 50 to 400 super affluent. Similarly, we have the high net worth individuals, super high net worth individuals, and the ultra high net worth individuals. Accordingly, if we look at this customer segment, right? So the banks, they have to alter, or they have to uh, design their products that can cater to the needs of all of the classes. So different customers and their different expectations should be met by the retail banking products and services. So the customers are different, their needs are different. Each customer will have a different set of needs for the financial services. Thus, the products and services have to be developed for a single or a combination of these elements that have been mentioned. This can be understood through a theory which was given by Abraham Maslow, which is known as the Maslow's hierarchy of needs. This is basically a psychological theory in which it is said that people, human beings, they move from lower level needs to the higher level needs. They strive to achieve the higher level needs. We have the basic needs, which are the physiological and safety needs. Physiological needs include food, water, warmth, and rest. Once an individual is able to achieve these physiological needs, the needs will increase. We will move on to safety needs like security and safety. Housing will be included. Then we move on to the psychological needs. This is the second level, which have belongingness and love needs, where we form intimate relationships and friends and family. Esteem needs, which includes the feeling of prestige, accomplishment, self-worth. Self-worth is another term that we use for esteem needs. And finally, highest on the pyramid is self-actualization, which is achieving one's full potential, including creative activities. All right, so once the individual is able to achieve the lower level needs, then they move on to the higher level needs. So people are motivated to achieve certain needs, and when one need is fulfilled, a person seeks to fulfill the next one, and so on. So we move upwards on the pyramid. If the individuals are not able to satisfy their needs, it will lead to dissatisfaction, discomfort, right? And anxiety. So similarly, the customers, when they buy the products and services of the bank, they're primarily doing so to satisfy their needs. And if the needs and the bank's product match, it is going to be absolute synchrony and the benefits are received, right? So we say in the banking system also, all the products that are availed by the customers, they also move on from the physiological needs to the self-actualization needs, right? So like for the physiological needs, we have the basic bank products like the core savings account, personal accident cover. For the security and safety needs, now the customer, they have the savings account, they'll be needing certain security for the future. So life insurance products, tax planning, insurance, mutual fund products, recurring or fixed deposit for longer duration. Then social needs, the customer would now want to build friends and family. So consumer loans, personal loans, car loans, loans for professional development, higher education, right? Systematic investment, health policies for self as well as the family. Then we move on to the esteem needs. Now the customer has achieved all the basic level needs. They'd want to feel higher self-worth for themselves. So term insurance plan, they might want to buy a second house, or home improvement or home decor loans. Finally, when the customer, they reach the self actualization stage, they're going to talk about or think about their retirement. So pensioners loans or retirement solutions or senior citizens term deposit products. These are just a few examples, right? You can simply understand these through these examples, the various products that are availed by the customers from the banks in their different stages of life. So these are just suggestive, all right? These are just examples. So the Maslow's theory of needs can be helpful when we try to understand the customer requirements, right? Then like we mentioned, if the customers' expectations are met by the products and services which are offered by the banks, it is going to have a positive impact, or if they're not met, it is going to have a negative impact. So, if the actual service is better than the expectations of the customer, it will lead to customer delight. The customer will be very happy with the bank and they're going to approach the bank again for other needs. If the actual service matches, then it is going to lead to customer satisfaction. If it is just equal what the customer is expecting, that service is provided. And if the actual service is less than the expectations, then it is going to lead to customer dissatisfaction. And in this case, the customer will now change their banks. They will move away from the bank towards other banks to get new services or products, right? Now when we talk about the service quality, it is what the customers expect from the banks, and it has different dimensions. What are the dimensions of the service quality? It is the related to the tangibles. Tangibles are the things that can be seen and it can be touched, like the physical facilities, equipment, personnel and communication. So are the bank's facilities attractive, or are the products that are availed by the customer, are they easy to understand? Then second is the service reliability. Service reliability is the bank able to perform the promised service dependably and accurately within the time period. So when the bank they assure us that certain amount, let's say, will be sanctioned in 2 days, is it really happening, right? Then we have another, which is responsiveness. Are the bank responsive to my needs? Are they willing to help the customers and providing prompt service, right? Then assurance is another service quality that the customers look for, like competence, courtesy, credibility and security. And finally, empathy. Are the officers, they understanding the needs and the requirements of the customers? Communication. Then are they valuing the customer, their time and business? Are they providing solutions rather than excusing? And they're trying to understand the customer queries and concern. Are they listening very carefully? They're trying to understand the issue or problem from the customer's point of view. Are they acknowledging her or his feelings? These are the various service requirements that are expected by the customers, right? So what steps can the banks take to improve the customer satisfaction so that they can fulfill better the customer requirements? They should try to understand what the customers want, what are their needs related to the products and service quality. They should predict the customer's loyalty, whether they are able to retain the customer, are they able to cross sell and upsell. Then automate the sales forecasting using data analytics, big data, AI, and machine learning. They can predict whether a particular product is having a good marketability, profitability, or not. Accordingly, planning effective marketing strategies which are understood by the customers, and this strategy is reaching the customers. Manage the customer's experience through feedbacks. If a negative feedback is received, are the bank working on it? Getting the customers insights and customer acquisition, that is retaining the customers for other products and services. So communication related, branch layout and cash transactions. Then if we are talking about any loans, so the application process, approval process, how much time does it take to approve and finally sanction the loan, disbursement of the loan. So the banks need to focus on strengthening their performance across all the parameters, pay special attention to a range of features that can make the product more customer friendly. Then proactive customer communication, reorienting the employees so that they can understand, they can uh, with proper training and feedback process, understand the needs and requirements of the customers, right? So the customers requirements, if we talk from the bank, are basically the right product mix so that they can satisfy the different customer segments, the right channel mix, both direct channels as well as electronic or digital modes, structured process time across the products and adherence to the time prescriptions, delivery of the promises that are made, satisfactory customer experience, good ambience in the branches, so the customers are able to locate where they need to go if they have a certain requirement, and effective and time bound grievance redressal mechanism is also very important. So if these expectations are met by the bank, the customer loyalty will be at its peak, right? And if there is any deficiency, then it will lead to customer dissatisfaction and it will lead to customer switching to another bank. So very important for the success of retail banking that the banks, they follow these steps and they maintain high customer satisfaction. So that is all. We have completed this chapter, which is a very important one. So when you study this chapter, make sure that you go through the Maslow's hierarchy of needs and relate it to the banking experience. Now you can join the JIB selection batch May June 2025, which is an all-in-one courses. The classes have already started, both in English as well as bilingual medium. Here it is. In this course, you will get all the 4 papers, which will be covered into 50 plus live classes. You'll also get 200 plus full length sectional case study and numerical based test, complete basics to advanced level prep. And before 23rd January, if you join the course, you will get 49% flat off on the subscription if you use the code START. So join the course now, enroll it, use the code START and you will get 49% off. Also, another very important information, a mega webinar is going to be taking place on 25th January, 6 p.m. In this particular webinar, we are going to discuss with you how you can crack the JIB in 2025 in your very first attempt. Agenda will be the module-wise syllabus breakdown, step-by-step preparation strategy, insider strategy from the topper, and the best study resources, how you can manage your time best, and question answer session as well. So register now. It is going to be free, and 25th January, mark the date at 6 p.m. Make sure that you attend this live webinar. So that is all for today. We have completed the unit customer requirements. We will cover the next unit tomorrow. Make sure that you watch all of these videos, which are free on the YouTube channel. Subscribe to the channel so that you do not miss any updates. If you have any doubts, any queries, you can let me know in the comment section. Thank you so much. I will see you again in tomorrow's class. Till then, keep revising. Take care and all.